much have snares really changed over the years? Let's dig into this by comparing the sound and build of two DW snares built 25 years apart. For the old snare, we'll be using this maple shell that I picked up back in 1998. This is a 5.5 by 14-inch shell using what I believe is a 10+6 configuration. So that's 10 normal plies plus 6 plies for the reinforcing hoops. In fact, I believe this shell is not directly made by DW. Instead, it's a Keller shell that was made around the time that DW was transitioning to making their own. This has DW's old massive throw-off, and I have replaced the snare wires on this with DW's newer, quote, true tone wires. That's because after 20 years of service, one of the wires broke off on me. I tried to solder it back together, but it didn't quite work right. The new snare made in 2023 is different in almost every way possible. For starters, the shell material here is Purpleheart. While it's certainly the case that maple and chrome are still really popular for snare shells, it seems in the last few decades, manufacturers have really explored all sorts of different woods, non-wood, and hybrid or combinations for their shell material for their snares, and have come up with all sorts of different tones that you could get out of them. In addition to the shell material being different, how the plies are laid out are also different. This follows what DW refers to as their 13-ply VLT setup. So that means that some of the plies are running the other way. Basically means there's less tension on the shell from those plies. That lower amount of tension should mean a lower fundamental pitch on the drum, but keep in mind that it is Purpleheart, which is a much harder wood, so it's not going to be that low of a pitch. This drum is an inch deeper than the other one, so it's 6.5 inches deep. The hardware is actually quite different as well. Instead of using DW's old bulky throw-off, now it uses what they call the mag throw-off, mag for magnet. And in addition to that being a little bit smaller, it actually throws down much further. So it's a lot easier to get the snare wires away from the bottom head. What's even cooler is the butt plate on this thing, or the 5P or 5-position butt plate. This allows you to have quick and repeatable changes to your snare wire tension. For this comparison, we'll stick with just one of the high tension settings, but if you are interested in hearing how the different settings result in different sounds, I'll include a link for a comparison of that in the description below. Okay, let's jump into the sound comparisons. So how do you guys feel about the two different snares? Did one sing to you more? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Regardless of the snare you buy, swapping out the snare wires can have a big impact on the sound. And even something like whether you have 20, 30, or 40 something snare wires, that will also shape your snare sound. And you can find a comparison of those different snare wire counts right over here or in the description below. Until next time, peace.